to be the meeting part is going to be very short and sweet unless you guys have stuff to bring up. So
okay. Change back.
did somebody lose item frames? They're just hanging out here.
That would be me, but just take them.
I don't need them, but somebody else can take them.
I don't need them either.
All right, guys. So are we good? Everybody ready?
I'm
I don't
ready.
think Riley and Telly are going to do it. I think they're doing their own thing. So
what? How is Riley?
How is Riley? She's better.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
but now you're getting sick.
I got sick like 2 days after she got home. I started with throwing up and just body aches and fever and just like a flu. So, which I'm not surprised. It's flu season, and I was at the hospital for 7 days with her. So that's a long time. All right. So this will be what we call part 2 of last week's Player of the Month. And again, I apologize. Last Saturday, like right after we started, her team of doctors came in, and of course I had to pause it, or mute. But I do appreciate you guys being patient, and us just doing the actual Player of the Month part. And then today we're able to discuss and see what upcoming stuff we have. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas or farm ideas, just the typical stuff we talk about during Player of the Month. One thing we do have coming up is the 22nd is the ACO Christmas event, and you will know more about that here in the next few days as we get some more stuff finalized. And then the Secret Santa ended, as far as wanting to join it, that ended yesterday. If you haven't joined and you still want to, which I believe everyone in the call is, then you're good. We will be handing the names. I will be starting to give the names out between today and tomorrow. So by tomorrow, you should have your name. If you are unsure of what to make the person, you don't know that person very well, you need ideas, anything like that, let me know. It does not have to be an item. It can be something like you make a pixel art for them. It could be really anything that you would like to do as a gift for that person. You don't need to go crazy. No need to, put 100 diamonds into something, but also don't just go block of dirt. I mean, try to do something semi-thoughtful that when you think of that person, you would love to do. A great example is Dusty. We all know Dusty loves redstone, so his stuff tends to be more redstone related, or if they're just regular items named something that goes with redstone. That's just an example. But if you don't know, if you get someone, if the person that you're assigned, you just don't know very well, or you're just really not the best with coming up with, naming items, really cute, funny things, or putting together boxes, let me know, because I do love doing that stuff. Hey, Dr. Hoodoo, or any J name we can call you. So I do love doing those things, and I can help you. Riley is another great one to go to. She also loves making those little gifts. So between the two of us, if you guys get stuck, you need ideas, just let us know.
Or you just don't know the person very well.
What's that?
Or if you just don't know the person very well.
Then ask me, or ask, just ask me, because you don't want to give away. You don't want to ask other people, or they're going to know who you got. So, I mean, if you got, let's say you got Alyssa, and you went and asked everybody, hey guys, what does Alyssa like? We're all going to know you got Alyssa. So maybe just come to me and say, hey, can you tell me a few things about Alyssa so that I can make a gift, and I'll definitely give you some ideas.
I have 2 people I'm helping. Hey, Blue.
Yeah, I know all of you pretty well. Some of the newer players we don't know as well, but even the newer players, I would easily be able.
Secret Santa?
Are
you doing it this year?
I myself am not participating because I'm the one giving out the names. So if we have an off number or something like that, I mean, I could, but I'm not planning on it. So I won't. Yeah, and I will also make up a few extra gifts. Last year, I made up 2 extras, and at the last minute, we had 3 different people want to participate. So I ended up, like, minutes before it started, going in and making another one. So we will make sure that everybody that wants to participate, even that day, will definitely have something to open under the tree.
I know.
Which a lot of you actually did. Like, that was really cool. Last year, to give you an idea how much we've grown, we had 7 players. 7. And this year, I think we had like, I don't remember what the number was, but like 20 some people are actually registered. And registering is nothing because, like I said, we always get more in the end that actually do want to participate. So I will make sure everyone's covered. But just know when you get your name, if you are struggling and you're like, oh gosh, I don't know anything about that person, just come to me and ask. You can ping me and just say, hey, can we talk for a minute? Or ping me and say, can you put me in the private channel? We can talk for a minute. Just something so that you can get some ideas. And then as it gets closer, if you really start to get stumped, let me know and I can help you with some things. I can also help you with, I have a lot of resources. I don't mind donating stuff.
Colgan says, what if I get myself?
You won't get yourself. I'm the one giving them out. I will make sure you do not get yourself.
That would be just like the funniest thing.
Yeah. You know how many times in my life that has happened where I've drawn a name and I've drawn myself? Like, what are the odds of that? And it's happened to me like 3 times in my life. And it's so embarrassing each time. I have to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I got myself. Okay, so, and regarding that, here's the deal. So some of you are traveling. And because of that, you won't be there actually at the Christmas event, or you won't be there for Christmas. And that's okay. You can still take part. Just get your gift under the tree before you leave. That's it. Just get your gift under the tree before you leave, and then put a sign. I'll have a shulker with signs. There will be chests everywhere. Just put it in a chest. Put the sign on it saying, I'm just going to use Alyssa. I'll say, to Alyssa from Secret Santa. And then put a piece of glowstone on top. Do not open up people's gifts to be nosy. Don't do it.
That's what Colgan just said.
What?
Have a guess before I tell you.
I don't know what.
What if I want to get myself?
You cannot get yourself. It does not work that way. So, okay. So, once you put the gift in the chest, then put a sign on, like I said, to Alyssa from Secret Santa. Put a piece of glowstone on top of it. Do not go around and break people's glowstones and then look at their stuff and then put it back. Just don't do it. It's an invasion of privacy, and to a degree, it is griefing at that point because you broke the glowstone. So don't be that guy. I do have Core Protect. I can easily go in and look and see which ones were broke. Don't do it, okay? This is for fun. It's for gifts for each other. Let's not invade each other's privacy with looking at what someone got them. All right. Also, we will be having on Christmas Day, for those of you that were around last year, we had our first ever ACO Christmas sword. We will also have that again this year. So for those that are like collectors, I think Dusty, you probably have one, don't you?
Maybe, but I'll have this one for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know Dusty was there. Telly still has his.
What?
I think there were only like 8 of us. Yeah, so on Christmas Day, if you come in, just like on Otcraft, only on Christmas Day, you will get the ACO Christmas sword. It'll be the ACO 2019 Christmas sword. And
I'm going to also get the Christmas sword as well from AC. So
yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. It's only ours are enchanted wood. We do it a little bit different because it's not a sword you're actually going to go use. It's really a sword as a namesake, like a keepsake, like to put in an item frame, something cool like that. So
yeah, and then I can make a copy of my own sword.
Yeah, and these are, and notice those swords don't ever have great enchants. They're not like, we don't put enchants on them to make you want to use the sword. We don't want you to lose it. It's 100% a keepsake, something to remember that this Christmas you were on ACO. So I have 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, or 18 of AC. And then this year, I have 2018 of Outcraft. ACO, sorry. Yeah, so this year I'll have 2019 for, and I'll have 2019
you've gone every single day and done it.
I've gone even the 2 years I didn't play much on AC, I still showed up on Christmas Day to get my sword. So, yep. And Riley too. We're collectors. We like to collect. Okay, so do you guys have any questions about Secret Santa before we move on?
I have a server question, actually.
Okay, what's up?
What is the server IP? My server is totally glitched out now.
Oh, it's obsidian.otcraft.com.
If you need it again, it's also available on the ACO website.
Yeah. Thank you,
Hey.
Alyssa. But yeah, Obsidian. So basically, AC is MC or MC2, and then Obsidian is Obsidian, and it's
It's
just
basically the name of our server.
mhm.
Hello. Can you hear
Don't
me?
do obs. I've tried that; it doesn't work. Yes. All right. So, any other questions specifically about Secret Santa?
Yes.
Okay. What's your question?
What if you guys tell me that you really know well that you've spent like most of your days with?
Then it should be very easy for you to come up with a gift for
You
them.
know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I don't think you're going to be getting hope.
I hope.
The idea is not to get your best friend. The idea is not to get your best friend. The idea is to get a person, and it's
Nice.
random. Like I've already started pulling names, and I'm literally pulling names. It's random. So trust me,
What if I
if
get my mom?
you won't be getting your mom. So there's certain people that if I did randomly pull that, I would probably change it around. So
But it
Okay,
would've been
so-
funny.
any other questions regarding specifically Secret Santa?
I'm good.
Good.
No.
Okay. And if you guys have questions, go ahead and feel free to ask. Just do it in discussion and
You
ping
don't
me.
try and say your name.
Yeah. And like I said, if you guys get stumped or you don't know enough about that person or you're just confused or you don't know what to do, then just ping me and ask me and I'll help you. I'll help you make a gift. I love making gifts. Starting this week, AF is going to be slowly coming back to Otcraft, which means I get to slowly be coming back to ACO. So I will start spending more and more time on ACO as the week goes on. And then hopefully after next week, I will be back here my usual amount of time, which it's been forever. So for those of you that are new that don't know, I was averaging usually between 30 to 40 hours a week on ACO. So this is my home
Alrighty.
server. And I've really missed you guys. Like I have truly missed you guys. I've missed being in voice chat. I've missed all of it. So
I'm sorry.
I'm excited.
I'm sorry to break in here, but I'm very I'm very excited for AF to actually come back here to do the gaming stuff because I'm excited to actually because for a while the gaming channels have gone unused and I'd love to see us sort of get back into other games again.
Yeah, and we will. And you know what? Honestly, I never wanted to quit using it.
Yeah.
The reason they got quit used was not specifically me. It was just, as you guys know, AF has been struggling with voice chat.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't able to do it. In order for me to play with him, I had to play off server. So this is now that he is feeling better and he's able to be back into somewhat voice chat, then that allows me to be back in somewhat in voice chat. So hopefully it'll go back to how it was. I mean, Dusty remembers like 6 months ago, we were always in the gaming channel.
Yeah.
Really?
It was probably it was our most used channel
Was this
for the longest time.
This was before I joined, right?
Yeah, and then like I said, AF started really having trouble with voice chat in general. And so because of that, it just slowly tapered off. And so hopefully, with him coming back, we'll all be able to be in it more and play other games like Overwatch and just different things that you guys have always wanted to play. It's not the Fortnite channel. But it is a game. It is an other gaming channel. Now, keep in mind, if you go into the gaming channel, you need to be gaming, or at least watching, or not watching because we don't stream from that channel. But at least listening, because what was happening before sometimes was we'd be in a Fortnite match or any other, or we play a different game, or be in a match, and then some players would come in to start talking about random things, and then we can't hear each other when we're playing a game together. And so that can get frustrating because, as some of you guys know, with shooter games, you need to be paying attention and you need to be able to hear footsteps, things like that.
Yeah.
So if you do join, if like you see, let's say there's 6 or 7 people in the other gaming channel and you join, just know, don't come in being like, hi, everybody, how's your day? What's going on? Because chances are we're playing a game. And that's kind of distractive. So the point of the channel is so that we as a group can play together, but it's not a channel for us just to sit and chit chat in. Does that make sense? Does everyone understand?
Yeah.
Okay, it's important because it can get very frustrating and cause people to not want to be in that channel if idle chat just keeps happening when we're trying to play. So, and we don't stream from it. Today's streaming was specifically because it was an event, the Star Wars event. Yeah.
Really?
So, Yeah, Fortnite
Star
had a
Wars?
Star Wars event. They played a scene from the movie that nobody has seen before. And the J.J. Abrams, the director of it, was there talking to everyone. So
In Fortnite.
in Fortnite, yeah, it was really cool. A big group of us went. I don't know how many of us, probably 10 or so.
Me?
Yeah, so
Like,
some of us didn't make it all the way in, but they
back?
tried. Unfortunately.
With backs?
Yeah. So, I mean, if there's an event coming up, we can definitely do that. We can all be in there and we can stream. Otherwise, if you want to stream a game, go into the streaming channel to keep that for streaming. Because here's what happens. If we're playing Fortnite and somebody gets killed, a cuss word may happen. And cussing is allowed on ACO, but it's not allowed in the streaming channel. So if you want to stream and you want to keep everything 100% family friendly, make sure you're doing that in the streaming channel. And if you're in there and you're playing along, there's no cussing. You have to abide by the streaming rules. You guys all understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. All right. So moving along from those two things.
What's next?
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna briefly just get this out of the way. The thing that Colga asked about, are you gonna ask that to AF as soon as you get the chance, or? Right, so you are?
As soon as I can. I haven't talked to him since then yet, so
Well,
I will talk to him probably later today.
Okay.
If
And
we play again.
and as for one more thing I wanted to briefly mention is I talked about this briefly before today, but just so everyone knows, like about everyone knows that in a lot of the farms and also kind of in the Nether Hub, we just have anvils around for people to use, and whenever those anvils break, I'm just since we have an iron farm now, I'm just thought I'd ask, well, if you're using the anvils and they break, or if you see an anvil missing, why not you just go to the iron farm, make new anvils and replace the anvil, if you know what I mean.
I think it's a great suggestion, and it is basically a free resource that we have.
Yeah.
I think where a lot of the problem, honestly, Dusty, is going to come into is semi laziness, because then you have to actually go to the iron farm and get the iron. What if somebody who has time goes to the iron farm and makes up let's say 10 or 15, and then we can put them we can put them in a centralized spot, and then that way you just have to go grab one. You don't have to go to the iron farm.
I totally wouldn't mind doing that. I mean, I'm kind of used. A few of us do AFK, so that wouldn't be a problem.
Okay, where's a good central spot that we can put them so that everyone would know to go grab an iron? Now, this wouldn't be grab one for your own personal use. It'd be to grab to put back into the community. So can you think of a good spot for that, Dusty?
The only things that come to my mind are either spawn or the Nether Hub somewhere, but I'm not sure where we put them.
Okay, why don't we put a chest in each one? And we'll just keep, like I said, just have a few on hand. And then when that gets low, someone can go to the iron farm. Instead of just making one up every time, we'll make up 10 at a time or something like that.
Yeah.
Unless you have stacks of iron like me right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and some people do. But yeah.
But
make sure, by the way, speaking of the iron farm, I just want to make this really clear really quick. If you do an AFK session and take your iron that you collect from the AFK session, but don't come in and take iron when you haven't done the session, because that's been happening recently, and it's been getting back to me that people are very frustrated that they go in and the iron farm is empty when they weren't the ones that sat and did the AFK. So make sure you guys aren't just taking it because it's there. Make sure you're taking because you sat there and you waited for it. Does that make sense?
And I guess also the same goes for, also about the gold farm, I would just say, if no one's using the gold farm and there's gold there, you can take it as long as you replenish it. And if you go to the gold farm and someone's using the gold farm, don't take any of the gold, I guess.
Yeah, and it's not even just the gold farm or the iron farm, it's any of the farms, the mob farms too.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. It's kind of not everyone is going to take their stuff as they leave. They might be going and coming right back. You never know. So it's just kind of, it's just to be the nice person rule. Don't take don't take stuff that you didn't collect yourself. If you sit there and you do the time and you sit and you wait for it all, take it. But don't just go into the different farms and collect the stuff that's sitting there, because somebody might have put in the hours there, and for whatever reason they got kicked and they didn't know it, or it's just not right. It just kind of comes down to that. It's just not right.
I just briefly want to bring this up. A few days ago, I actually went to the gold farm, and I did about a maybe 3-4 hour AFK session, and then I checked the miscellaneous chest, and there were 2 shiny heads in there.
Oh, nice.
But I was half like wondering if those shinies were there before, but I still took them.
I can go and check the logs and see whose it was, but
okay.
I mean, if you already have one, here's the thing, guys. It's like let's say you already have per se a couple, and feel free to share that kind of stuff. Maybe use those, Dusty, for like a Christmas present or something.
Yeah.
So but yeah, and that's just it. When you're done, always check. Shinies come. We've had probably 8 shinies show up just from AFKing.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys are checking. I say once you leave, if you leave, like you're done, you're not even gonna check for it, then it's kind of up for grabs for whoever gets it. So
yeah.
The very first shiny that was ever found on the server was by Chris Life, and she didn't even know it.
And that
we had to tell her.
And that was, I believe, from the Guardian farm.
The Guardian farm. Yep. She didn't even know it. We had to tell her. And we only told her because it was the very first one. After that, it's kind of, again, if you don't go and check it and you come in, then that's just how it is. It'll notify me who gets it, but it's not going to notify, unless you just happen to be watching, it's not going to notify you.
Yeah.
So, all right. Any other questions about the farms?
Nope.
Well, I'm just gonna put this out there. Yes, the drown farm will be happening. It will be finished at some point. At this point, I'm just gonna say it might be a month, it might be in 2 months, but I will promise it will happen. It's just a matter of when.
Awesome. Yay.
Stop kidding me.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
People always want the drown farm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And you guys with the 115, by the way, 115 is, now I understand why Joey called it smooth like butter. It is optimized like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
So pretty soon here, the plugins are not updated. That's the problem. We have to have World Guard, Essentials, and Corporate Tech. Those have to be updated for us to update. As soon as they are, ACO will go ahead and update, and that will be Alyssa and AF that take care of that. So just know, as soon as it becomes available, they will hop on it and we will get ourselves updated. But optimization is, from what I've been told, it is amazing. Like, I mean, rendering it, no lag. I mean, Alyssa, you can speak a little bit more on this, but from what I've seen, from what I've not even seen myself, from what I've heard from many other people that play on large servers,
like a few days ago, actually, I'm not gonna let this come across as server advertising, but just a few days ago, Mod Killer actually decided to have me and him hop onto like a server just so we could play in the update, and we actually messed around with TNT, and the TNT wasn't as laggy as it used to be.
Yeah, so. I was told literally you could use like 100 TNT and you will not lag, like all at once. Like, it's that good.
Well, you'd still lag, but you wouldn't crash, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it could be too what that server was. And by the way, that is a huge no-no. Tell Mod next time that is not okay. Personal server? Well, was it a personal server or was it an actual server?
Personal.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit different. Just let's not discuss that, okay? Like, I wouldn't even bring that up.
I just immediately put the disclaimer at the beginning. So
yeah. Did you have a question, DJ?
No. No, I need to tell you something, but I need to leave the voice channel.
Okay. What's up?
I'm experiencing some issues with tracking, so I need to be right back. Can you let me know when we get started with Anna? With
the weather fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be starting the weather fight as soon as we're done talking, so probably a couple minutes.
Okay. So I need a few minutes to fix.
Okay, we'll go ahead and fix it and just hop back when you're done.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
Sorry to
All right. Oh, you're fine. All right. So, any other questions about farms? Anyone have any new farm suggestions? Anything like that? I think we're pretty set these days on farms. We
to
seem
be
to
honest,
have everything.
the only thing is the plans for Atlantis, but we're gonna, I guess, talk about
Atlantis
that in
is next
January.
month. Yeah, we will discuss Atlantis in January. That will be
And
that will
it's-
be
The
one
new
way to
year.
And the thing is,
the new year.
I'm more
The
than
new year.
I'm more than willing to, guys. Like if there's any sort of farms you want, I'll be more than willing to build them. It's just the whole. I kind of slowed down on the farms because the whole lag issue came up, and yeah,
Right. Well, I think we're pretty good. We just got the Blaze Farm. Ragnar donated his Blaze Farm, so that's now public and available. We have the Iron Farm. We have, or the Drown Farm is happening.
yeah,
The Guardian Farm. So I think we're actually pretty set. If you guys think of something that is like, we really need this, then at that point we can definitely, bring it
Yeah.
up. And Dusty is always willing to build farms, so he's our farm guy. But yeah, so
it's
if you
pretty
guys think of
much-
something,
I'd
let us know.
say it's pretty much me and Ragnar are the farm builders.
yeah,
pretty
you guys
much.
like the farm
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
now let's move on to real quick because I do want to get the weather fight going here soon.
And I need to.
Do you guys have any upcoming ideas for events? One thing I would kind of like to see is, and maybe
Christmas
even,
lunch.
well, I was what?
Christmas lunch in the game. I don't know. I was just thinking
Okay.
about that.
So one thing I'd kind of like to see, it'd be kind of cool to do while we're still all in our holiday skins, is to do not a weather fight, to do a PvP tournament while we are still in our Christmas skins, because then you guys will get all new sets of heads. So that might be
Yeah.
something fun we can do. It doesn't have to be a per se scheduled event. It could be just something we do one day after Player of the Week.
Sure, I'd be up for that.
I just think it'd be fun because we all have these cute skins on right now with our cute little heads. And
I know, but I haven't changed my head yet.
I don't mean
So
to. I don't mean to just kind of throw this in at random, but I mean, I remember a while ago I brought up this idea for like a ACO like Hunger
the
Games
survival
kind of
games,
thing,
yeah, the
but
ACO survival games. I still want you to do that.
I'd love to do that, but it's just like, it's just when it comes to finding a location, I'm just not really sure what to look for.
Well, ideally, it needs to be on an island, ideally. And it needs to be big enough that they're not going to run into each other right away. But you've got time. I mean, just as you're always out exploring. So when you're out exploring and flying around,
Is there
you find an island, just let you know.
Is there
like mod wreck it, and we'll go, and I'll take you to it. Mod wreck it, and you and I can go back and look at it.
I guess, are you sure there's like any kind of, not a hard rule, but just sort of like a generalized like sort of size that you're expecting, or is it just like if I find something that looks good, I'll let you know?
Well, we don't want it to be too large, or the game will last. I mean, ideally, the game needs to last about an hour, because anything over an hour, people lose interest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you want them to be able to fight and, try to survive, but at the same time, you don't want the island so large that in an hour they haven't even found each other yet, or maybe they found one person. So we just need an island that's large enough that so the idea is I'm going to TP people to spots, and that's their spot. They're going to start with nothing, no food, anything. And if you guys have all seen the movie Hunger Games, it's like Hunger Games. You're going to have to create your own weapons to fight, or to build, shelter, or to get food. You're going to have to be able to do all of that while having other people in the match that want to try to kill you. The last one standing wins. So that's the game. That's what we'll be playing. And what we'll do is, hey, Aquana, we'll have designated spots, and like we'll have, let's say, players 1 through 10, and each one of those 10 will have a certain spot that they will spawn in on. And I will spawn them there and then leave. You'll stay there. You'll probably be covered in dirt or something, so you can't see. And then when we say go, you'll break out, and that's when you get started. So it has to be small enough that you could actually find each other and do this, but not too small to where it's instantly just a big fight. Do you know what I mean, Dusty?
It's usually a punch fest.
And at the time, this was a year ago now, we discussed it. So at the time, we only had like 7 or 8 players. Now we might have 25 to 30 that want to participate. So we definitely are going to need a little bit bigger area than last time. but still
Yeah.
small enough that, within an hour we
Well,
can do this game. And
Couldn't we
AF did
make
say he would stream it. This
the
would be a
only
game that he
thing
would
is,
stream.
I'm just wondering, like, what exact like size of an island should I be looking for? But I mean,
I'm not sure. How about
Wow.
you, when you find one, when you find an area, do a mod rec at it, and then when I'm on, I will TP you to it, and you and I together will look at it and decide if it's a good size. How's that?
okay.
And then
Couldn't
maybe
make
this is
one?
something. Let's say maybe like February. You want to shoot for February?
Yeah.
That maybe we can try and do this event in February, and by then
Yeah.
AF will be streaming again. You guys can record or stream it. It's going to be a fun event. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
don't-
besides that, does anyone else have any other ideas for events? Does anyone want to host an event? Do you guys have anything that you've seen or you think this would be so much fun to do? Things like that?
Yeah, Christmas
Mine-
lunch.
That's-
Minecraft.
We're already doing Christmas. December's taken care of. We've already got Christmas, or we have our Christmas event on the 22nd. So I'm thinking like further out, like January. Does anyone have, besides the New Year's, we'll do New Year's Eve fireworks.
So mine's
Is there
kind of
any-
a
Beach day?
What's that?
mine's
Beach
kind of
day?
a continuation
I'm just
of
trying to
the.
think.
Hold, Dan, be quiet for just a minute, please. I'm sorry, Dr. Hoodoo, what was that?
No, sorry, my bad. So mine is actually kind of a continuation for the survival game sort of a thing. So
Okay.
if you guys are having troubles with looking for an island, why don't we just find a really large ocean? Because they do spawn. Believe me, I can be at an ocean for like an hour and a half and can't find land. So what if we just make an island big enough?
You guys could make your own island. I actually did that. One of my very first bases was I created my own out in the middle of the ocean. So that is an option too. So
Yeah.
if you guys wanted to do that, and we can do rounds. Like if we do get like, let's say we have 20 players that want to participate, and let's say we only want to do 10 at a time. So we could even just do 2 rounds and then just have like, at the very end, just have 2 people and literally drop 2 people off and make it some, kind of a more epic battle at the end. So, I mean, we can do different variations of this game. We just need to, again, we've been discussing this game for a year now. Like, I believe this month was the month you had brought it up. So it's been
Yeah.
about a year. So we definitely want to, I say, let's get it on the books. Let's Dusty and I will
I
sit down and
definitely think-
we'll talk about it.
I definitely think now is actually a better time to host this event than a year ago.
Oh, absolutely. We have more players. We have more I'm an admin now. I can actually do these things for you now. I can TP. Remember, that was the problem before, was how would we get the players to the spots? Because we didn't know if AF would or wouldn't be there, or Donnie would or wouldn't be there. So now it's a set thing. Dusty and I can, work together and get it planned out. So we should probably just set a time and you and I sit and talk and get it worked out.
I was, I was sort of in the storage room of Atlantis, and I literally just thought up this idea, like on a
Yeah, I remember. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And so January, we have Atlantis. Atlantis will come back to life in January. It will be a big community project. February, we'll do the survival game. But it'd be fun to do some kind of a big event in January. So if you guys can think of something that you'd like
I
to
got
do.
one.
What's that?
Beach day.
We just did beach day not too long ago. We can do it again, but we did just do a beach day, so it'd be kind of neat if we could try to do something a little different. But
I
if we
know.
can't think of anything
How
else, I mean,
about,
that's
like,
something.
I don't know. Well, since January's still technically like a winter month, I guess some kind of wintry event, maybe.
That's what I was thinking. Like, it'd be kind of fun to do, even if we did like come up with a way of like
Oh, I got
sledding
one.
or
I got one.
what's that?
Snowball fight. I don't know.
So
Snowball fight.
maybe that's not really an event though. Like, I'm trying to think of an event, like something
I know.
that we can, like an actual, like a snowball fight. I mean, that could be part of the event. But typically an event is a little bit more than a snowball fight. So, okay, well, think about it,
Maybe-
guys. Let me know. Just
I don't
if you-
know.
got
Like
the vibe.
maybe like ice boating could be fun.
That's what I was thinking about, something like that, like ice boating, or even if we could do it, like
Ice skating.
we could make hills and then like have like an ice boat contest, like to see
Maybe
whose
ice
boat
skating.
can. Well, ice skating is really just standing on the ice.
Like the
But, like-
like It's like the ice boating is like it's really fun. It's like not only you can go very fast, but it's like you can also like drift and stuff as
Maybe
well.
how about this? What if we do winter games?
Yeah.
Like
I
you
was
guys
just
know how
about to say that.
like the Olympics. Like we'll just come up with a bunch of different winter games.
Yeah.
So that way we can have races, we can have, like we can do all kinds of things. So if you guys want to participate in this, if you guys think this would be fun, let me know. And we'll just create like a channel and we'll just plan it from there. For those that want to be part
I'm
of the
pretty
plan.
much for like pretty much all of these ideas. This just really gives me a lot to look forward to.
Yeah,
If
so
happen.
that'll be it. January will be the ACO Winter Games, and we'll say it very dramatic like that.
Yeah.
And whoever
Oddcraft Obsidian Winter Games.
Oddcraft Obsidian in a far, far away land.
Really, Blue?
There was snow and there were skis and boats.
We just
and
watched Star
snowballs.
Wars. Star
There
Wars.
was lots of snowballs. So if you guys are interested, you want to take part in planning of this, let me know. And we can, we can get that set up.
I guess maybe either you or me could hit Buddy up and he could come up with something for this, maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah, and unfortunately, Buddy he wasn't going to be able to be here today because he's, as you guys all heard earlier, his mic literally took a dump. So
yeah.
He's out trying to get that fixed. His laptop's also having some trouble, so he's trying to get that fixed. But so yeah, I'll talk to Buddy. Dusty, you and I will talk about your event. We will set up a meeting time. And then, like I said, I'll create a channel that we can give ideas regarding the ACO Winter Games. And that'll be a lot of fun. We'll plan on doing it towards the end of December end of January, just for the fact that we've got Christmas coming up. The Christmas event is all in a few weeks, so we don't want to do it too soon. Plus, Player of the Month will be the first Saturday of January, so we'll probably shoot for the 3rd or 4th week of January.
Yeah.
Does that work for you guys? Kind of give us a little space in between. All right, so moving on. Do you guys have any other business you want to talk about before we do the wither fight?
I'm good.
Good? Everybody else good? Good? We've had a few pretty fun months lately, I gotta admit. The Thankful event was really awesome.
Yeah.
The Halloween dance and event was probably one of my favorites. Like, that literally was so much fun. What's that?
Remember when I told you about the shovel? Did anyone leave a shovel at the Witherine? Because I went to check there before. And did anyone leave a shovel there? Because I found one.
Nope. You can, we should make a lost and found.
No.
We should make a chest that's literally called Lost and Found.
Yeah.
And then that way, it's just an honor system, which ACO is 100% an honor system anyway.
Dude, just put it in spawn somewhere.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you could put it in the spawn chest over on the Welcome Center. In fact, actually, hold on. I might be wrong, but don't we have one called Lost and Found?
Let's go check.
I actually vaguely remember doing that because this has come up before. Yep. Nope. Community barrels. Wait, hold on. Nope, we don't, but we will. So just pick one and just put it in. For those of you that don't know, we have community barrels here in the Welcome Center. So if you guys need supplies or you're like, gosh, I need like 6 more pieces of wood, come check because you never know. There might be something here. So
it's
like there's all kinds of random stuff. Okay,
I'm just letting you guys know now. I'm getting materials to make the Lost and Found right now.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so just, And if it's at spawn, it's protected. You'll have to have me place it, but just let me know when you're ready, and I'll place it wherever you want.
That's fine. I'll be ready in like 10 minutes.
I just have to... No, if anyone wants it, I'm being nice.
There you go. Oh, no. Well, I'll give it to... I don't need it. I have materials I don't even get to use, so if somebody else wants that, you can take it. All right, guys, let's go get geared up. Let's do our wither fight. For those of you who have never done an ACO wither fight, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to die. And you're going to die and lose all your stuff.
Evil.
My evil voice. Unlike AC, when you die during a wither fight, you just spawn right back. On ACO, in typical ACO fashion, you lose your inventory. So come only with what you need. There is food provided. I think I'll head over there in a minute, but I want to say I even provided bows and arrows. And have your gear. When you die, you're going to set your spawn there. So you'll set your bed there. So when you die, you just literally just run back in and get your stuff. If you guys accidentally pick up somebody's stuff because you're running around, that's okay. Just immediately take it and put it in the shulkers. So if you die and you can't find your stuff right away, go look in the shulkers. There's probably there. Yeah. And I'll be flying around to make sure that everything goes smooth. All right. So while you guys get there, there's a portal in the pyramid that's called Wither Arena. So go ahead and head over there.
And then you're gonna
If
be
you
inside
guys need,
Forest.
what mobs would you like to see today?
I want to get Trident for her.
Okay, so you want the pillager that drops tridents?
Yeah.
I'd say,
Okay.
of course, in addition to withers, I'd say, could we also spawn in wither skeletons?
We can.
Uh,
We can do. I have wither skeleton boss. I have. Hold on.
With a storm.
Hold on.
No,
more.
no wither storm, please. No wither
Mob
storm.
arena boss and wither skeleton boss. I have a couple of those. Okay.
Blue,
So,
do you remember this reference to River Storm? River Storm.
Wither storm. Hold on.
Please no.
Okay, so I'm gonna start naming some stuff, and you say, "Yeah, I want that," or "No, please, no." So we've got big magna cubes.
No.
Let's see here. We've got the Endermite silverfish slimes. Those are fun.
No.
Guardians, flying guardians.
No.
Okay, anybody besides Dan, because Dan, you cannot say no to all these. That's not right. Horse trap, I'm definitely doing. That's one of my favorites.
I wouldn't mind.
turtle.
I wouldn't mind a few fun mobs in there. You know.
Okay. Is there any ones that you guys are absolutely like? Please no, like the shulkers.
Definitely the charge creepers. You know.
Okay, I got charge creepers. I put them on. I'm doing the ones on the turtle, so it gives you a little bit of notice.
Yeah.
We'll do a mega slime. The Vex is popular. Actually, you guys hate the Vex. Never mind.
I'm guessing the only.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Do you have like
1,000 of them?
Do you have like baby AF like zombies, or is it only the just
the only
blues?
zombie AF made over here is mine, is the mini blue, because he doesn't, because at the time he wasn't an active admin, so hopefully he'll put it back at some point, but right now that's
even then it was still nice to have those in there, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully he will. He was just at the time, he wasn't active, so.
Can we do a baby blue?
Yeah, I have the baby blues. I have the baby admin.
I want to get your head on ACO as well.
I think you guys all have my head already. Let's do the flying squid witch, and let's do the giant gas. Okay, I think we're good. I can always come back and get more.
Do you have
do you have the giant?
Yep, the giants.
Yeah.
Blue, do you have a secret chest?
I got it right now.
Blue, do you have a secret chest of it where you hide it?
Yes.
Now you're making me curious to try and find it.
You will not find it, trust me.
Are you sure about that, Blue?
Oh, I am positive. It's very much put away.
Blue,
Happy, do you need gear? Happy? Do you need some gear? You sure? You're just gonna go like that?
I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I just have to kind of get my gear named.
Okay, so that's another thing, guys.
Yeah.
Name your gear. Please name your gear.
My gear's already named.
Okay, otherwise it is. There's extra. Oh, by the way, Happy, there is extra gear here. So if you guys want the extra, whoops. Hold on.
I just don't have XP on me, so I'm actually at one of my personal XP farms right now.
I almost just spawned Wither. I'm gonna put in more gear. So give me 1 second. There's lots of food. I think we're crashing because I cannot get.
I'm gonna go ahead and go. Good luck at the Wither fight, everyone.
Oh, you don't want to watch, Alyssa?
I could probably watch. I just don't want to die.
You don't. You can watch in this. Oh, we just got kicked. You can watch if you want in the little protected area.
And all my servers are gone again.
If you ever get this much like on AC, you're just gonna be like, it's gonna be whipped. It's like Blue.
What's that?
Whenever we do this, you just like to kill us.
Oh, it's fun, you know.
Kind of the idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of the idea. Okay, so I'm putting some extra gear here.
Deep.